Hello, my name is Sebi and this is my partner Santi, and we're going to talk about if coffee should stay on the global market. Do you think you could live without coffee? Thanks to the goat herder from Ethiopia, coffee was born. That is why we have decided to keep coffee on the global market, but find better ways economically, environmentally, socially to make coffee. Coffee. Almost everyone drinks it. Coffee is usually drank. The main ingredient of coffee and where it comes from is a tiny little coffee bean from a plant first found in Africa. Coffee is like the beverage of the gods. So tasty, so good. Just the essence of coffee is indescribable. Ah, coffee. Of all the things in the production cycle of coffee, I care the most about the animals and the ecosystems. From what I've said, you can tell that I'm very sad of what is happening. People are growing coffee using dangerous chemicals and pesticides that could affect the health of many plants and animals. Not only that, but when some coffee growers grow coffee, they cut down trees where innocent animals live in. Everyone knows that almost every coffee grower uses pesticides and chemicals to speed up the coffee plant growth, right? What they don't know is that primary consumers like beetles and leaf insects eat some of those coffee plants, so they get infected. Then a secondary consumer eats it and finally gets to us, and by then all the animals in the food chain will decrease and die. This part of my presentation is to find ways to more efficiently make coffee. There are many children who work in the coffee extraction and production. Well, me and my partner think that we could build schools with no tuition fee so people can be educated. Another plan we have is to make a foundation or company that lets people who have finished every grade of education to work at a coffee plant patch a week for a good price. They'll provide them for their families for at least a week. Instead of telling them to make sun-grown coffee, we make them grow shade-grown coffee because it's much tastier and it's much healthier.
For my last slide, I told you that there are many child laborers. Well, here's my evidence. As you can see from this graph, 70% of coffee workers are child laborers, and the other 30% are adult laborers.
From my research, I also found out that the ILO has said Africa has the highest incident rate of child laborers, with about 41% of children aged 5 to 14 working. Asia is second with 21%, followed by Latin America with 17%. The rest of the world has 21%, tying with Asia. Oh, how all of this could change! People who drink the coffee probably don't care and just drink as much coffee and buy as much coffee as they want. But when the coffee laborers are talking, they are very mad because they're getting low income for what they are doing and they can't provide for their families. There will definitely be conflict between both sides of the story. If people who drink coffee figure out about the laborers, they will not drink any more of that company's coffee.
If one company pays the laborers a good salary and the company sells the coffee at a higher price and the coffee tastes good, there's a possibility that people will make enough money to live. The business will make enough money for every year and people will live in a healthy environment.
People make coffee the old-fashioned way by shade growing it and not putting any pesticides or chemicals in it in the process. The coffee will taste amazing and it's more healthy for people's health. It will be more healthy for the environment because it is how some of the tribal people in Africa have been doing it for centuries.
When coffee laborers are at a point where 70% of the coffee production and extraction, laborers are children. We must change, not just by taking the child laborers out from working, but replacing them with adult laborers and putting a higher salary so more adults will come to work.
So please, everyone, try your best to get fair trade coffee because if you think of it, all those child and adult laborers are working and working and working very hard for you to get just one cup of coffee.